What happens when a Trump official faces off against CNN's Jim Acosta in a heated immigration debate? Sparks fly, tensions rise, and the truth comes out in the most brutal way possible. In this explosive exchange, the Trump official dismantles Acosta's arguments, defends America's immigration policies, and leaves the CNN reporter speechless. Stick around as we break down this fiery debate, uncover the facts, and reveal why this moment is a must-watch for anyone following the immigration crisis. Trust us, you won't want to miss this. The immigration debate in the United States has always been a hot-button issue, but in recent years it has become one of the most polarizing topics in American politics. On one side, there are those who advocate for open borders and a more inclusive approach to immigration. On the other side, there are those who believe in strict border control and a merit-based system. This divide was on full display during a recent press conference where a Trump official faced off against CNN's Jim Acosta in a heated debate that left everyone stunned. Jim Acosta, CNN's chief White House correspondent, is no stranger to controversy. Known for his confrontational style and relentless questioning, Acosta has become a lightning rod for criticism from conservatives. But this time, he met his match in a Trump official who was ready to defend the administration's immigration policies with facts, logic, and a touch of fiery rhetoric. The setting was a press conference at the White House, where the Trump official was outlining the administration's plans for immigration reform. The room was packed with reporters, and tensions were already high. Acosta, sitting in the front row, waited for his turn to ask a question. When it came, he didn't hold back. What you're proposing doesn't sound like it's in keeping with American tradition when it comes to immigration, Acosta began, his tone accusatory. The Statue of Liberty says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." It doesn't say anything about speaking English or being a computer programmer. Aren't you trying to change what it means to be an immigrant coming into this country? The room fell silent as the Trump official took a deep breath, ready to respond. What followed was a masterclass in debate as the official dismantled Acosta's arguments piece by piece, leaving the CNN reporter speechless and the audience in awe. Acosta's opening question was designed to put the Trump official on the defensive. By invoking the Statue of Liberty and its famous poem, Acosta was appealing to the emotional side of the immigration debate. But the Trump official wasn't about to let a sentimentality cloud the facts. First of all, the official began, right now it's a requirement that to be naturalized, you have to speak English. So the notion that speaking English wouldn't be a part of our immigration system is actually very ahistorical. The official's response was calm and measured, but there was an edge to his voice that hinted at the fiery exchange to come. He continued, "Secondly, I don't want to get off into a whole thing about history here, but the Statue of Liberty is a symbol of liberty enlightening the world. It's a symbol of American liberty lighting the world. The poem that you're referring to was added later and is not actually part of the original Statue of Liberty." Acosta, clearly caught off guard by the official's historical knowledge, tried to push back. But more fundamentally, he said, "You're saying that the Statue of Liberty doesn't represent hope to the world for people to come to this country?" The Trump official didn't miss a beat. "I'm saying that the Statue of Liberty has always been a symbol of hope. But hope doesn't mean open borders. Hope doesn't mean we abandon our laws and our standards. Hope means we welcome those who come here legally, who contribute to our society, and who respect our values." Acosta, sensing he was losing ground, tried to shift the focus. "But aren't you trying to change what it means to be an immigrant coming into this country? If you're telling them they have to speak English, can't people learn how to speak English when they get here?" The Trump official's response was swift and cutting. "Jim, the reality is that we have always had standards for immigration. In 1970, we let in 300,000 people a year. In the 1990s, it was 500,000. Today, it's over 1,000,000. Tell me, Jim, what year meets your definition of the Statue of Liberty poem? Is it 300,000? Aynur 700,000? Or is it only when we have completely open borders that you're satisfied?" The room erupted in murmurs as Acosta struggled to respond. The Trump official had turned the tables, putting Acosta on the defensive and exposing the flaws in his argument. As the debate continued, Acosta tried to regain control by accusing the Trump official of trying to engineer the racial and ethnic flow of people into this country. It was a bold claim, and one that the Trump official wasn't about to let slide. That is one of the most outrageous, insulting, ignorant, and foolish things you've ever said, the official shot back, his voice rising. And for you, that's saying something. The room fell silent as the official continued. The reality is that the foreign-born population in our country has quadrupled since 1970. That's a fact. It's been mostly driven by green card policy. Now, this bill allows for immediate nuclear family members to come into the country, much as they would today, and then it adds an additional points-based system. The people who've been hurt the most by the policy you're advocating are immigrant workers, minority workers, African-American workers, and Hispanic workers. Acosta, clearly flustered, tried to interrupt, but the Trump official wasn't finished. You brought up the African-American community, so let's talk about that. What we're trying to do is help unemployed African Americans, Hispanic workers, and workers of all backgrounds get jobs. Your insinuations that we're targeting anyone are wrong. This is a compassionate immigration measure designed to help newcomers and current arrivals alike. The official's passionate defense left Acosta speechless. For once, the CNN reporter had no comeback, no clever retort. He simply sat there stunned as the Trump official delivered the final blow. The Trump official used the remainder of the press conference to outline the administration's broader immigration priorities. He explained that the goal was not just to secure the border, but to create a system that works for everyone, immigrants and American citizens alike. We want an immigration system that takes care of the people who are coming here and the people who are already living here, he said. That means having standards, having a real clear requirement that you be able to support yourself financially and making sure that employers can pay a living wage. That's the right policy for our country, and it's the president's commitment to taking care of American workers. The official also addressed the issue of deportations, emphasizing that the administration was committed to removing criminal aliens and enforcing immigration laws. We inherited an ICE that was completely shuttered, he said. We inherited a Department of Homeland Security whose mission was to resettle illegal aliens within the United States. In 30 days, the president sealed the border shut, declared the cartels to be terrorist organizations, and increased ICE deportations to levels not seen in decades. We are shortly on the verge of achieving a pace and speed of deportations this country has never before seen. The exchange quickly went viral, with clips of the debate spreading across social media. Trump supporters praised the official for his strong defense of the administration's policies, while critics accused him of harsh rhetoric and anti-immigrant sentiment. For the Trump official, the moment was a reminder of the importance of standing up for the truth, even in the face of intense scrutiny. For Acosta, it was a humbling experience that exposed the flaws in his arguments in his approach to journalism. As the dust settled, one thing was clear. This was a moment that would be talked about for years to come. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Trump official's fiery debate with Jim Acosta, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more explosive political moments. Stay tuned for our next video, where we uncover another high-stakes confrontation that shook the political world. Thanks for watching, and remember, in politics, the truth is always stranger than fiction.